Many business websites, stores and landing pages are generating millions of dollars 24/7 because they're using a framework that guarantees them success, which means more clients, customers and revenue for their business. But what is it about this framework that helps these businesses make a lot of money, and more importantly, why is it something that should worry business owners that rely on a website to bring in leads and generate revenue? So today I'm going to be revealing the whole 13-step framework to you, showing you how it helps my clients increase their revenue and how you can use it to apply it to your own landing pages or website. But first I'm going to ask you these questions, which is going to get you thinking about the business that you're running. What is your irresistible offer and who are you selling it to? Knowing the answer to these two questions is going to play a fundamental part in the success of the framework that I'm going to show you. And if you don't know the answer to these two questions, then don't worry, because I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you something that I learned from the master of sales himself, Alex Hormozi, and it's a formula that helps you to create an irresistible offer. So let me break it down for you. Well, first of all, you have the dream outcome. And the dream outcome is where you identify the ultimate dream outcome for someone if they were to purchase your product. And secondly, you have the perceived likelihood of achievement. And all this is getting you thinking about how much someone will believe your product is going to help them achieve their dream outcome. And then we draw a line underneath those two elements, because what you do above the line is what you're trying to increase. And underneath the line, the first element is time delay. And this is how long it's going to take someone to achieve their dream outcome after using your product. Then finally, we have effort and sacrifice. And this is just asking yourself, how much effort and sacrifice does someone need to put into your product in order to achieve their dream outcome after using your product? Now, the more your offer increases the top two elements and decreases the bottom two elements, the more you can sell your offer for and the more people you can sell your offer to. Doing this helped me to sell landing pages this small for a higher price because I factored in every single element of the value equation. But the basics of marketing tell us that if you want to sell your offer for an even higher price, then you've got to really know who you're selling your offer to. It's no good selling dog food to cat owners or cars to people that haven't even passed the test yet, because if you did, you'd get very little business. For example, if I were to sell optimized websites and marketing to businesses that already had an optimized website and marketing strategy, then I would get very little business. Thankfully, having an optimized website and marketing strategy is a very rare thing for people to have, which means there's a lot more business for me and a lot more money for people to make. They just don't realize it yet. But how do you know who to sell to and how to make sure you're selling to the right people? People that will actually buy your stuff for a lot of money. Well, back in the late 1990s, things weren't going so well for a certain toy company, and you might be aware of them. It was Lego. They were going through a difficult season with their profits, and things didn't seem too good. They changed their current design team for 30 new members that didn't know much about toy making and less about Lego building. The change around of the design team saw them lose £23 million in 1 year. Then in 2004, Lego announced a loss of £174 million. They were almost bankrupt. So Lego started to find out more about the people that loved their toys and found out something that saved their company. Lego started to make Lego sets that were targeted towards adults, ones with the really detailed buildings and really cool designs. They're changing their design and marketing strategy to focus on creating products that both adults and kids love. Lego sales went from $2.3 billion in 2010 to a huge $5.2 billion in 2015. Who you sell your product to is the most important part of your business. It allows you to sell your product for high prices to a lot of people. But Lego wouldn't have been able to achieve this incredible thing if they didn't have a website where people could go and buy their products. A website that could generate them revenue and leads 24/7. But unfortunately, we're not this massive e-commerce supergiant like Lego. If you're creating content on social media, you might be known by a few hundred people or even a few 100,000 people. But regardless of follower size, it's really hard to build the credibility and authority that supergiants like Lego have, which makes it harder for us content creators to earn people's trust. Go, shall we? But with this landing page framework that I'm showing you in this video, it will make it so much easier for you to gain the trust of not just the people that follow you, but people that don't even know who you are. This framework that I'm about to dive into will make you more money than you currently are. Why? Because this framework will build trust, authority, and show people why your product will transform their life. Let's say you have a website and you have all the essential information on there, such as what you do, how you do it, and the relevant call to actions, such as booking a call, buying a product, or completing a form. Now, having a good site that gives people enough information to at least be intrigued will get you some pretty average results. But let's take a look and see if average results are actually something that you want. This stat might come as a shock to you, but studies have shown that landing pages and websites that just have the bare essentials on there typically convert at around 1 to 3%. Now let's say you were selling a product for around $99 and your page got around 100 visits a day. You're converting around 1 to 3% of that overall traffic. So out of those 100 unique visits a day, your site would convert around 2 people a day on average. With a product that costs $99, that's $198 a day, $5,940 a month, and $71,280 per year. Not bad at all. But you could easily double those figures by using a framework that I use with my clients. It's a framework that allows me to make sure that I use an optimized structure for every single landing page that I create. An optimized page structure is so powerful because studies have shown that an optimized page can convert at around 13%. With an optimized page that converts at around 13% and gets about 100 visits a day, this is how the stats would look in comparison to an unoptimized landing page. So with an optimized page that gets 100 visits a day, over 13 people will convert each day. That would mean that the page would generate around $1,287 per day, $38,610 per month, and $463,320 per year with a product that costs $99. This is what an optimized page will get you. But what if you had an optimized marketing strategy such as SEO, ads and funnels that got you about 1,000 visits a day? Well, times everything by 10 and the figures speak for themselves. But in conclusion, you'd make a lot of money. If you want to sell more, then focus on getting an optimized landing page in front of more people. An optimized landing page plus optimized marketing gets you a lot of money. But what's the difference between a regular web page and an optimized web page? And how can you create an optimized web page that gets you above that 1 to 3% average conversion rate? Put simply, a regular website focuses on giving people the information they need to know everything about your business. But an optimized website focuses on giving people everything they need to know how your product will transform their life. An optimized site gives visitors no other option but to take action before leaving your site. Optimization focuses on transformation rather than information. Building your own optimized website is a big time-consuming task, especially if you're a beginner, and it's a task that when one's completed may only just break that 1 to 3% average conversion rate, which, as we've seen with a $99 product, can result in good profit. But I know you want exceptional profit, so it would be absolutely reasonable for you to ask, how do I build a site that's optimized for maximum conversions? Well, I haven't got enough time to tell you how to do that, and I'll do that in future videos, but I have got a framework that I use for every single one of my client landing pages that helps them make sure they push past that 1 to 3% average conversion rate, and it could even help your site push past that 13% conversion rate. We'll start with the above the fold, which is the first section of the landing page that visitors see. And the above the fold is the most important part of your landing page. If you're wondering why it's called the above the fold section, then if you've ever come across a newspaper stand, then you'll see that newspapers are more than likely folded over, and the piece of the newspaper that you're seeing is the above the fold section because it's folded, and the piece that you're seeing is a bit that's above the fold. But you didn't expect you were going to get some trivia. And the above the fold framework is made up of the banner, the heading, the subheading, proof of product, which can be a VSL or graphics, and a call to action. So in the banner, you could include an irresistible offer, which can be some sort of guarantee, like pay on result, not happy, full refund, or 1 week free trial. Or you could create some urgency by introducing a time limited offer. Or you could add in your value proposition, which can be an incredible stat or achievement that you've got for clients. It needs to be something that makes you stand out. Next, you've got the heading, and this is your hook. This is how you reel people in. It's where you want to address a pain point and present your offer as the solution. Now under the heading, you've got a subheading, where you can include a quick benefit or even a bold statement. Below the subheading, you've got the proof of product section, which needs to show how your product transforms people's lives. Now this can be done through something like a video sales letter where you include case studies of previous people that you've worked with, or it can be graphics of before and after people are using your product, or even pictures of people actually using your product. In this section, you need to clearly show the product, what it is, what it does, and how it transforms the user. Then underneath the proof of product, you've got a call to action, and this is where you're going to take people to that action that you want people to complete. It can be booking a call, completing a form, going to a product page. Basically, it's making the visitor take the action that you want them to take. After the above the fold section, we've got the below the fold section, and the first part of this is your social proof. Your social proof can be anything like testimonials, statistics, or logos of brands that you've worked with. Just a quick tip around testimonials, video testimonials are proven to convert much higher than written testimonials, so bear that in mind when you're trying to collect testimonials from your customers. Underneath the social proof section, we have the benefits section, and this can be graphics or videos of the products in use. You want to make sure to outline the primary benefits, and this can also be a good place where you list out how your product compares to a competitor's product. Underneath the benefits section, you want to make sure to outline the process. This can be a step-by-step journey that customers should expect to go on when using your product. This is also a good section to answer any potential questions that your customers might have. And below this section you can highlight what's included, so detail your offer, reinforce the value of your product. You want to clearly show your value proposition and what sets you apart from the competition. The next part of the framework is the About Us and Our Mission section. This is where you want to connect with the visitor emotionally by sharing your brand's story. It's always good in this section to include a picture of you or a picture of your team to prove that you're real people. The next section is where you want to add in some extra social proof and endorsements. Things like industry recognition, so any awards that your business has received. And the next section is the FAQs, and it's where you want to answer any potential frequently asked questions. Now here's a quick tip around this. You want to head to your social media or any places that you might have run ads before, or even into your social media DMs, and see what people have asked in the past. Then you can answer these questions in this section here. And finally is the final CTA, and you want to encourage visitors to take action one last time. And it's also a good point to add in an urgency reminder, so remind visitors of any limited time spots or offers. By the way, I've included a link to this entire framework in the description. Use this framework and apply it to your current website, but if you don't have a website, then use it when you come to building one. And if you struggle with building a website or optimizing your current one, then just get someone to do it for you. But if you can't afford to pay someone to do it for you, then doing all the work and effort yourself will be 100% worth it, because I can guarantee that you will increase your conversion rate. But if you want to see how I've applied this framework to my very own site to get more clients, then you can check out a link to my website right here. Alternatively, you can check out this video right here, which is also going to help you with your business.